Hey guys, what's up? RossDunneIE. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the hashtag deport Amy Schumer and Trump eating Mexican food. So, for just a blip, it doesn't feel like it's going on for very long, doesn't feel like it's a big deal. The hashtag deport Amy Schumer has been trending pretty heavily on Twitter. Now, before I really go into it, I actually don't mind Amy Schumer. I think she's kind of alright, she's kind of funny. uh, was kind of funny. That's the thing about Amy Schumer is she started her career pretty strong, pretty great with a bang, and now it's just kind of fallen off. I think what's happened is the stress of celebrity has actually gone to her head. She had like a meteoric fucking rise up in the world, and now all of a sudden she's coming down pretty hard. The thing is, she has shit on people sort of incorrectly and like literally poor taste a couple of times now, and it's kind of getting to her. Or it's kind of getting back to her. There was some shit about her fucking stealing some fucking jokes from some other comedians. That's been kind of up there. You know, it's been one of the criticisms waged against her recently. The content of her material, and it's just people are just shitting on her and making memes and going like, I ate a cake, I did a sex with a man, and people are just, good job, Amy, you did a sex with a man, congratulations. And that's her whole shtick now. I'm not sure when the last time she produced some fresh content was, but it's starting to bite her in the fucking ass. This new hashtag deport Amy Schumer, I think it's to do with this thing she did where she went on Twitter, or I think she went on Twitter or on Instagram, and was like, I'm being harassed. I was harassed by a fan today. He came up to me, he was looking for selfies. You know, I told him no. He told me he owned me. You know, that America paid for me, so he could do whatever he wants. And then the guy himself actually released a video to follow that up, basically saying, actually, I didn't do any of this shit. I pretty much just came up to you and was like, can I get a selfie? And you were like, no. And he was like, well, okay. It feels like she's circling the Lena Dunham drain right now. People's skin crawl when you hear the word Lena Dunham or the name Lena Dunham. At least mine fucking does. Actually did that weird ass. She wrote that weird ass book. And I think with Lena Dunham, she thought, oh man, I'm going to write this book and it's going to be really endearing and people are going to see my human side. And everyone just kind of went, no, you touched your sister when you were a kid and nobody really wants to hear about that shit or see that shit. So let's just not bring it up. Let's just not talk about that. And that was poor old Lena. The end of her. I haven't actually heard from her since. She did that. I think she was responsible for Girls. I'm not sure. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, moving on. So, the internet hammers Trump after he cynically eats a taco bowl to prove he loves Hispanics. It was funny. After this happened, I watched people on forums and image boards say, well, there's no pleasing these people. Here's Trump proving that he doesn't hate Hispanic people by eating a taco bowl. And you clearly you can't appease these fucking liberal lefty pinko commies that just hate Trump. If you really think that eating this bowl of fucking shit really is like a pass for him with regards to like Hispanic voters or Hispanic people in general, you're a madman. This is a thing I'm seeing a lot with some of Trump's voters is, and it's not necessarily just constrained to Trump, but it's really common amongst people who are crazy in favor of him on the web, is nuance when it's useful to them, nuance when it's explaining the details of things Trump may or may not have said or done, but complete lack of nuance when it comes to criticisms of him. You're not like, to believe that this single action means that, no, I love Hispanic people. Look at me eating this rancid ass fucking taco bowl. That, all right, dude. That's all. That's clearly all, you know, Mexicans need to have their vote secured. is you showing you eating a fucking taco bowl, and you're done. Yeah, okay, great. Let's go. We're done. We're good now. It's like spending X amount of time alienating the black vote, and then cracking open some shillings and some fucking Kool-Aid and going, no, I love black people. No, it's great, it's fine. And then, expecting the black people to go, oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, he's eating a stereotypical food that we like. You crazy. You fucking crazy. I've done this before. I've talked about, what quote unquote is or isn't racist on Trump's part, and I should probably be a little more thorough when I discuss that in future, in all honesty. But man, this is meaningless. Like, it's so meaningless to have him eat this shit and, expect that this is some sort of redeeming statement for him. Let's read a little bit here. GOP candidate Donald Trump did a little Cinco de Mayo themed twittering on Thursday in honor of a Mexican themed holiday that is mostly celebrated in the United States. That's another thing. Cinco de Mayo has very little to do with Mexico. Trump is perhaps best known for kicking off his campaign by calling Mexican people criminals for promising his followers that if elected, he will build a large border wall between the U.S. and its southern neighbor. Twitter users were prompt in their mocking of Trump. Of course, Trump eats taco bowls. Only Mexican food comes with a wall built around it. This is disgusting. Okay, celebrity dies. Meme posting, whatever. Yeah, so there's very little actual content beyond that. He got slammed on Twitter. I mean, this is me covering a fucking tweet, but it was just the shallowness of it. It was just I can do this one thing. I can say this one thing. And that has me redeemed. Clearly I'm fine now. And then people coming out afterwards and saying, look, he ate a taco. He ate a taco bowl. Clearly redeems him. Doesn't redeem his politics. He's clearly intolerant of a specific group of people. If you don't think he's clearly intolerant of a specific group of people, then look at his statements on banning, several billion people from entering the United States, purely for security purposes. He's a madman. It's nonsense. I can't really drag this out any further. The thing about it is with Trump, and it's a consistent problem that I think a lot of people are having, is getting over the dumbfoundedness that you sense when he does things or says things makes it quite challenging to actually express how they're wrong. And cleverly, I think very intelligently on Trump's behalf, it's the specific vagueness and simplicity of his wording of a lot of statements that allows you to take it one way or the other. You can either take the things he says as being great, or take the things he says as being extremely challenging and quote-unquote problematic, and you can run away with it. You can really run away with what you think about it. Now, I want to believe that that's intentional, that he is intentionally, that the method of his language is intentional to allow his opponents to not pin him on things and allow his proponents to defend him on it, to use the emptiness of his language and the sort of vagueness of his language to come to his defense. Anyway, that's that. It was a stupid fucking move. This guy is going to create so much content for people. It's going to be unreal. He's yet to have a gaffe so significant that people are talking about it for months. And he has this water off a duck's back ability as well, where he can say and do things that realistically he should be getting shit on a lot harder for, that he's able to just walk away. And it's a strength, but it still doesn't mean that he can't be held accountable for doing rat shit, bat shit stuff like this. Anyway, I'm Ross Dunn. Peace.